Good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. It is a very hot early morning. Of course, y'all know, as usual, I get up and try to spend a little time in meditation before I come out and present some type of video. I just want to get in a certain headspace. But what I wanted to do is I really wanted to talk about stress because I tried to, as you know, as one of my great subs informed me, I loaded a video up with stress and it sounded like it was something from a horror movie. The voice started talking like this. It was really crazy. So I'm going to attempt to talk about stress and the effects of it on the body one more time so we can figure out what works for stress management in your life. Okay, so let me start it like this. It say you're sitting in traffic late for an important meeting, watching the minutes tick away. Your hypothalamus, a tiny control tower in your brain, decides to send out the order: send in the stress hormones. These stress hormones are the same ones that trigger your body's fight or flight response. Your heart races, your breath quickens, your muscles are ready for action. This response was designed to protect your body in an emergency by preparing you to react quickly. But when the stress response keeps firing day after day, month after month, year after year, it could put your health at serious risk. Of course, you will have increased headaches, increased depression, rapid breathing, insomnia, weakened immune system, heartburn, high blood sugar, um, risk of a heart attack, high blood pressure. Um, I said high blood sugar, a pounding heart, stomach aches, fertility problems, erectile dysfunction, missed periods, low sex drive. Oh boy, tense muscles. All of these are effects on the body. Stress is a natural physical and mental reaction to life experiences. Everyone experiences stress from time to time. Anything from everyday responses like work and family to serious life events such as new diagnosis, war, or death of a loved one can trigger stress. For immediate short-term situations, stress can be beneficial to your health. It can help you cope with potential serious situations. Your body responds to stress by releasing hormones that increase your heart and breathing rates and ready your muscles to respond. Yet, if your stress response doesn't stop firing and these stress levels stay elevated far lower than is necessary for your survival, it can take a serious toll on your health. Chronic stress can cause a variety of symptoms and affect your overall well-being. Symptoms of chronic stress include irritability, anxiety, depression, headaches, insomnia. Um, Trust me, it's correct because I've experienced all of it. um, and that's why I spend so much time talking about mental issues. As a black person, first and foremost, you already live under, as a uh, a person of color, a melanated person. You already live under scrutiny. A black and brown body in America, it's already enough stress. And so you have these endorphins or these, like I said, cortisol just going all over. And if you don't figure out a way to relax yourself, you could be a candidate. Your central nervous system is in charge of your fight or flight response. In your brain, the hypothalamus gets the ball rolling, telling your adrenal glands to release stress hormones called cortisol. These hormones rev up your heartbeat, send blood rushing to the areas that need it most in an emergency, such as your muscles, your heart, and other important organs. When perceived fear is gone, the hypothalamus should tell all systems to go back to normal. If the CNS fails return to normal, or the stressor doesn't go away, that means the response is going to continue. Chronic stress is also a factor in behaviors such as overeating or not eating enough, alcohol or drug abuse, and social withdrawal. Respiratory and cardiovascular system. Stress hormones affect your respiratory and cardiovascular system. During the stress response, you breathe faster in an effort to quickly distribute oxygen rich blood to your body. If you already have a breathing problem like asthma or emphysema, stress can make it even harder to breathe. Under stress, your heart also pumps faster. Stress hormones can cause your blood vessels to constrict and divert more oxygen to your muscles, so you'll have more strength to take action. But this also raises your blood pressure. As a result, frequent or chronic stress will make your heart work too hard for too long. When your blood pressure rises, so do your risk of having a stroke or a heart attack. Under stress, your liver produces extra blood sugar, glucose, to give you a boost of energy. If you're under chronic stress, your body may not be able to keep up with this extra glucose surge. Chronic stress may increase you from your development of type 2 diabetes. The rush of hormones, rapid breathing, increased heart rate can also upset your digestive system. You're more likely to have heartburn or acid reflux thanks to an increase in the stomach acid. Stress doesn't cause ulcers. A bacterium called H. pylori often does, but it can increase your risk for your ulcers, and it can cause existing ulcers to flare up. Stress can also affect the way food moves through your body, leading to diarrhea or constipation. Might also experience nausea, vomiting, or stomach ache. I mean, stress is something. I mean, look at all this. Then you in your muscular system. Your muscles tense up to protect themselves from injury when you're stressed. They tend to release again once you relax. But if you're constantly under stress, your muscles may not get a chance to relax. Tight muscles cause headaches, back and shoulder pain. The body aches. Over time, this can set off an unhealthy cycle as you stop exercising and turn to pain medication for relief. This is something, all this stuff that I'm reading to you guys, I have experienced. I have experienced from having severe stress on my body. Um, and a lot of you all walk through life every single day feeling like you're waiting on something to happen. You're waiting on a hammer to drop. And all this is really a result of being it's what they call post-traumatic stress. Either you living in a high stress environment, and like I said, as black people, usually we're all stressed out. We don't want to admit it. Our self-esteem is constantly under attack, so which um, doesn't help. So you're living in a prison of stress, and if you don't consciously reduce it and let the pressure out, I you can see the result of the acting out every day in the neighborhoods. You see it. Okay, stress is exhausting for both the body and the mind. It's not unusual to lose your desire when you're under constant stress. While short-term stress may cause men to produce more of the male hormone testosterone, this effect doesn't last. That's sexuality in the reproduction system. If stress continues for a long time, a man's testosterone levels begin to drop. This can interfere with sperm production and the cause of erectile dysfunction or impotence. Chronic stress may also increase the risk of infection for male reproductive organs like prostate and testes. For women, stress can affect the menstrual cycle. It can lead to irregular, heavier, or more painful periods. Chronic stress can also magnify the physical symptoms of menopause. And lastly, the effects of stress on the immune system. Stress stimulates the immune system, which can be a plus for the immediate short-term situation. This stimulation can help you avoid infections and heal wounds. But over time, stress hormones will weaken your immune system and reduce your body's response to foreign invaders. People under chronic stress are more susceptible to viral illnesses like the flu and the common cold, as well as other infections. Stress can also increase the time it takes you to recover from an illness or an injury. Now, I'm hoping that those of y'all, us under the sound of my voice, or you know, that take your mental health just as serious as you would take your physical health, understand that if you control the mind, the body will follow. So you have to get a grip, um, and you have to get a grip on your stress level, because really, if you don't, it's almost like you fighting yourself. And that's pretty much basically what I'm saying. So figure out a way to go somewhere, even if situations have gotten you so upset where you just want to explode and you feel it. Try to find a corner in the room, a corner in a spot, somewhere, even if it's for 2 minutes, and deeply breathe. And what I'm saying, the mantra that I'm saying to myself as I breathe in, is I'm always saying, I'm breathing God, the light of life in. I'm breathing the light of love in. I'm breathing good air in. And I'm releasing all the garbage from my life, from in my lungs, from in my body. That's the kind of the mantra I say as I'm doing this. And you may have your own, whatever rocks your boat. I'm just trying to encourage you. Take a minute of your time to deep breathe, where you feel it in the pit of your belly, where you feel it down in your diaphragm. When you inhale, and when you exhale, you feel the diaphragm and the muscles expand. You have to incorporate that into your life, um, if you want to at least try to survive what's going on, and what's happening all over the place. And I try to stay away from the news as much as possible. And I know a lot of people might say, "What? You don't want to know what's going on?" No, because I'm too much of an empath. And when I see things, it hurts me. When I see man's inhumanity to man, it hurts me. When I see babies and stuff like that being mistreated and I can't do nothing about it, and I watch the craziness, it hurts me. It hurts me on a spiritual level, and it even hurts me on a physical level. So knowing that I'm a empathetic person, I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm constantly feeling that, feeling that, feeling that, feeling that. So with that being said, I am going to leave that with you. If you can use it, eat the meat, throw away the bone. Okay? All right. If you like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and we'll talk next time. All right? Hey, share too. And hit the notification button, right? And that way, if I make a video, you guys can be informed. All right. Have a wonderful day. And thank you for joining me in the mental house. Bye bye.